the visionary behind Fedora Outlier LLC, top down, better than excellent, consulting, teaching in support of Apple's assistive technology. Today, I am here to talk to you all about the one essential app that every successful person uses, and it's called the calendar. So let me ask you a question. Caroline, what is the next appointment on your calendar?
Don't have one.
San Francisco at Washington tomorrow.
Pray every day at 12 o'clock.
Got you. Diane, what's the next appointment on your calendar?
I just said it.
What is it?
Baseball thing tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Baseball game, yep.
Got you. Marcia, what's the next appointment on your calendar?
I believe it is my mother's celebration next Saturday, birthday celebration.
Next Saturday?
Saturday the 23rd of May. Well, probably not, I probably got something in between there. No, it's the 21st, I have a picnic with the people at Walton Lakes. Yeah, that's the next thing.
Got you. Greg, next appointment on your calendar.
We've got a conference call Monday night,
Got a conference call Monday night.
plus a bunch of Facebook birthdays with those.
No,
Got you.
I keep those off my calendar.
Yeah, I need to take them off.
Dr. Jamila Walker, can you bring me my phone so I can get my speech off of it? And while you coming up, what's the next appointment on your calendar?
Since 12 o'clock is past for the day, tomorrow I have church at 11.
All right.
You have that on your calendar? Oh,
She might forget.
to put that on my calendar.
And one more time, what was on your calendar, Dr. Walker?
Church at 11?
Gotcha. And Mr. Vickers,
Yes,
what is the next appointment on your calendar?
singing at a anniversary.
Gotcha. So, every successful person has a calendar, and I'm going to talk to you about 7 reasons why. Actually, I'm going to talk to you about 6 reasons why, because, hold on, this post that I wrote went viral. I mean, it was liked by 6 people, and I had 1 comment. And out of those 6 people, I say I'm going to list 7 reasons why you're going to use the calendar. Nobody said, Vashawn, you skipped over number 4. So we're going to create number 4 today, but I'm going to give you 1, 2, and 3, 5, 6, and 7. Before I do, just one person yell out 1 reason to use a calendar. Organization.
So you don't forget.
So you don't forget. All right? So I'm going to give you my 7 reasons. Number 1, you wake up with a plan. And if you don't plan for success, then by default, you plan to fail. What that means is you get to sketch out your day the night before of what you want the next day to look like. Some of the things that I do is I make time for exercise on my calendar. Every morning I have from 4 to 4:30 purposely sketched out to exercise. And yeah, that is crazy, but at 5 o'clock I'm doing something else and everybody else sleep and I get to get through all those emails. Early bird gets the worm. So what I do is sketch out my calendar for the next day, and when I wake up after I exercise, I review my calendar and I move on to the rest of my morning rituals, and I'm thinking about the things that I have to do as I move throughout my day and activate on the items that are on my calendar. Number 2, what gets calendared gets done. 9 times out of 10, if it's on your calendar, if it's an appointment, if it's a reminder, if it's a task, what gets calendared is what gets done. Now, do we live in a world where things are going to happen? Transportation is going to be late. We need to drop the kid off a little later. Work calls and says there's a fire, you don't have to come in. Yes, things happen, and no, this is not a perfect system, but it is a system in which you can calendar something. You can purposely write it down on paper, and you're able to see it happen and get done. 3, another reason why successful people use calendars is because they have multiple facets of their life. If they're a school teacher, they got a calendar for school. If they're a doctor, they got a calendar for patients. If they're a speaker, they got their speaking engagements. If there's a chapter president, he has chapter president and affiliate business. If you're a student, you got stuff for class. And in all of those different facets of life and different walks of life, you still have your personal stuff that you want to get done. You got your household stuff with bills that are due. So successful people have multiple calendars that they can switch on and off whenever they need to. So remember, we skipped number 4. So what would you say, going along the same vein of what I'm talking about, number 4 could be? Okay, so let's skip that. And we're going to go to number 5, because clearly I skipped it. Yeah, so I skipped it. All right, 5 is live life on purpose. On paper, virtual paper that is, on purpose. It's almost like a budget for your life. You write out a budget, you live and spend that money on paper, on purpose. When you wake up with an agenda, with a calendar, with things to do, then you're creating your purpose for your life. And even with this, I have a calendar. Remember, we can have multiple calendars. So I actually have a calendar with my ideal week and what I want it to look like. If I could do exactly what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, what would that week look like? And I try to mirror that. Do I wake up every morning at 4 o'clock? No. Do I drink 6 to 8 glasses of water every day? No. No.
Need to.
But because I have a calendar and because it's on paper, on purpose, I can look at that and track exactly what it is I want to do day by day, hour by hour. So you got different types of events on your calendar. You got one-time events. I need to take my mother to the doctor this Friday at 6 o'clock. You got recurring events. I got a class project due every 30 days until I graduate. I got a patient that's going to come in and speak to me about her illness or problems every 3 months. It's a recurring appointment. The importance in knowing how to use your calendar and what type of appointments to use allows you to be able to set yourself up for not having to put things in multiple times. So if it's a one-time event, you just put it in one time. If it's a recurring event, you can set that up to say every Tuesday at 5 o'clock.
Is that number 6?
That is number 6. Number 7. Number 7.
I didn't get number 6.
Shut up. Number 6 is different types of events. Recurring.
Recurring events.
in one time. Number 7, Warren Buffett says the difference between successful people and very successful people are that very successful people say no to most everything. And the reason why that's important,
I'm good at that.
You have to
right?
repeat that.
The reason why that's important, the difference between successful people and very successful people is because very successful people say no to most everything. And you might say, well, what's the purpose of putting it on your calendar? Well, you calendar things so that you can get the things done that you want to get done so that you can live the life that you want to live. So when somebody says, Vashawn, can you come speak at my child's graduation? Me saying yes to that could be closing the door to another opportunity because I'm saying yes to her vision, their goal, what they want me to do. But at the same time, me saying yes to this is going to leave me vulnerable potentially for not being able to do what I want to do, what my objectives are, what my goals are. So successful people learn how to manage their calendar. Live life on purpose. Write out the day ahead the night prior. Very successful people have gotten to the point where they can say no because they're laser focused on what exactly it is that they want to do, that they want to accomplish, when they want to accomplish it, how they want to accomplish it, where they want to accomplish it. But it starts with managing your calendar. So I've given you 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
I know what number 4 is.
What's number 4?
Stay organized.
Any objections to stay organized?
I had a different one.
Go ahead.
It could be number 8.
No, got to be number 4.
Oh, okay. My suggestion is going to be it like helps you collaborate because you can then share your calendar with other people you're working with.
Okay. Anybody else? So we got help you stay organized. Let's use that as the bonus. A lot of times organization is just, oh, I got this to do and that to do and this to do, and you can use a reminder for that. You can use Siri. Siri, set a reminder for tomorrow at 5 o'clock for me to remember to send the minutes out to the chapter. And then you got other types of reminders keeping you organized, such as location-based reminders. And what that means is you could say, when I leave my house, or when I walk inside Kroger's, or when I get to the chapter meeting, remind me of X, Y, or Z. And so, Greg, what was yours again?
It helps you collaborate with people because you can share the stuff on your calendar.
Shared calendars. The ability to take what's going on in the chapter, create a shared calendar, and now everybody knows what's going on. Nobody has to write in and say, hey, what time, what location, what date is the chapter meeting for June? What date is the fundraiser? You're married, your spouse, significant other, if you have a shared calendar, you can add stuff to it, and both of you all are on the same page for exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, where you need to do it. So, we got organization and shared calendars, which is going to be number 4. Let's hope this goes viral. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for listening to the presentation. Let's change the world together.
How do you do that?